I mean, I guess third time's a charm, right, guys? So, alright, let's see how this one goes. So, first things first, it already popped up on screen, but I do apologize. I started drawing this before I started recording because I was in the middle of class, and I know I'm a horrible student. This is the third time recording this audio, and I might just go with the first one because it was actually within the time limit thing, mabob, and I'm tired of this. First time I recorded it just normally with my mic, and it was echoing really badly, so I tried it again, and I was underneath a bath towel, and it didn't help very much at all, so I was like, maybe it's the mic. I mean, it sounded like it helped at first, but after that it didn't really help, so we'll see if any cats come in, because that happened in the first recording, so that's another reason to use it. But since I can actually see what I'm doing this time, and I can actually see the time restraint because I went way over when I was underneath the bath towel, I went 22 minutes in, where I have the Speedpaint right now. It's sped up by about 600%. Oh no. I'm looking at what's happening on the screen right now, and that's one side crashed, and that was wonderful for me. I forgot what I was saying, but so basically I'm gonna go right into explaining the picture because I can't remember what I was doing. Oh boy, that's how you know I've recorded this too many times, and I know people have to record way more times than this, and I cry for you. I do. I really do. So the picture. It is the first day of Inktober. It was poisoned, I believe. I'm not sure what I'm going to call the video just yet because it is Inktober and I want to do more Inktober, but at the same time I do have a story. When downtime. So, this was the first day of Inktober. This is my character Taako. He is the head of the CCG in Chicago for my story because, you know, Chicago is a very crime-ridden area, and what would happen if you just drop some ghouls in there? That's what I did, and then I added Faye. But yeah, this is my character Taako. I did take the name from the Adventure Zone, Justin's character Taako. The only thing that the two characters share is the name, and I do try and put on a good Taako voice. Whether or not I succeed, well, that one's up to you. And if you have not listened to the Adventure Zone yet, I wholeheartedly recommend you go check it out because I love it. I laughed, I cried. It is 69 episodes long. Yes, it's that number. Yes, I'm aware. Most of the episodes are over an hour long, so I would recommend putting it on in the car, listening to it. It's all on Spotify. Go check it out. It's under the Adventure Zone. They are doing another arc, so if you're like, oh, I don't really feel like listening to all of that, and that goes back years ago. I think it's started in like 2015. It's, you know, that time. You can always just start with their new ones. I believe they have 2 other ones, I think. I'm not entirely caught up. Called Commitment, which is where Dad McElroy is the DM, and they use the Fate system for D&D, and then the Amnesty. I'm not sure what happens in Amnesty, as I'm not caught up, but that is going to be their next long run, so if you want to get into it, and you don't want to go all the way to the past, start with Amnesty, because that's going to be their next big project. And then, when you're all caught up, you can go listen to the other ones, and then cry, because me too. So on to the actual story. So, I get to open my my workplace store as the manager on Saturday, so 2 days from now. And I'm a little nervous, but I've had plenty of managing time recently as we've had a new manager and they have had a lot of questions, and since I open on busier days in the morning, I know a lot about what the manager should be doing, at least for the phone workers, and since I'm a key worker now, I also know what they should be doing as a manager in the morning. So I've been helping the new manager with what he should be doing, and I hope this isn't peaking too much because I see the little red area there, and I see it's going up there a lot, but I really hope it's not peaking too badly, and I'm really sorry if it is. But I've been working as a manager, or like helping the manager a lot, which is kind of weird because I'm still technically a phone worker since I haven't had my opening day yet, but I'm practically a manager at this point, or the key worker, because I know all the information. It's just the second half of manager. Key workers are kind of like you're a manager halfway. You don't know how to close the store. I mean, I know part of how you close the door. Close the store. Just because it gets really boring on weekdays and you're looking for stuff to do. So you ask the manager and they're like, oh, you can help me out with that. But regardless, I get to open as the manager in the morning this weekend, so wish me luck there. Hopefully this will go up same day because otherwise I'm giving y'all false information, and I know most people also won't be able to see it the same day I post this, or they'll find it eventually one day far, far away. But in the meantime, yeah, that's gonna be happening. Now, the only thing I'm actually really concerned about right now is customer complaints. And I know that's something everyone has to deal with, but I'm worried about customer complaints because, stay with me here, while I've been trained to open as a manager to help fill in spots if one of my managers go on vacation or something like that, I've never actually taken a formal customer complaint where someone would say, hey, it's for the manager, and then they would pass it along to you. Like, I'm normally the one passing it along, or I just deal with it on spot. Like stuff like a pizza's late for pickup or something like that, or even delivery, you know, and we have to either call or go talk to the customer and say, hey, I'm so sorry your pizza's taking so long, or hey, I'm so sorry the delivery's late. Let me accommodate you in some way, because that's how customer service jobs are. The customer's always right, even though they're not the ones working the job. And God, I hate that sometimes. Most of the time, I'm really sympathetic when we actually mess up a pizza or something like that, because I do understand that, you know, our pizzas take a while to make, and they take even longer for deliveries. We have a standard pickup time of 30 minutes, and we have an hour delivery normally. And if you're on one of the outer edges of our delivery zone, because our delivery zone is actually really big, it covers one town completely and a section of 3 others. So our delivery zone's really big. And when our deliveries are taking a while, you know, I understand when people call and it's like 10 minutes after I was supposed to be there, because trust me, I've been there. I've order when I'm hungry, and then it takes an hour to get here, and I'm like watching out the window here. I'm just like, is that the driver? No, that's just someone up from across the street. Like, I understand, you're hungry. I'm hungry too. And that's not like belittling anything, because, like, yo, you're hungry, you ordered, you should be able to get your food on time, but we're busy. Please understand. Please understand, we're trying our best. It's not that we're trying to sabotage you in any way. It's just busy, and you're not the only person that ordered. Please understand that. Please, if you're watching this, understand. You're not the only person that ordered delivery. We were trying our best. And, like, so when we get a customer complaint about something that's late, you know, I'll look at the delivery time and when it was actually supposed to be there. And I have had someone call 40 minutes before the pizza was actually supposed to be there. The pizza wouldn't even have been done for pickup before. And I'm just like, you're gonna be one of those, aren't you? Yes, they were. But more recently, there was this one person that ordered for delivery, and it was on one of those very corner edge places, and I wasn't sure if he was actually within our delivery zone or one of the other store's location, because it was one of those really weird spots. So I took this guy's delivery because I know where the area is. It's not that far. It's just that our delivery zones are really weird, and I couldn't pull up his address with our system. So I had to check on Google, and I was like, well, I know where it is, and it's either this store or one of the other two. Our store isn't as busy. Trust me, I've worked at the other two. Not fun. Oh. So I understand. So I took it for our store because it was morning, it wasn't that busy. There was one other delivery in the system, and I should have put him on hold, but the phones were acting up. So when we put someone on hold last time, it hung up on them, and I did not want to do that for this person. So I took the order, and about 10 minutes before it was supposed to be late, or it was supposed to be there, so before it would be late, I get a call from the same person, and they're like, hey, just checking up on my delivery. They're very casual about this at this point. And I'm like, oh yeah, it looks like it still has about 10 minutes left. And he was like, oh, no problem, you know, I'll call back when it's actually late. And I was like, okay, well. So he calls back, and I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Let me call the driver to see where he's at. So I call the driver, and he was like, yeah, I'm still 15-20 minutes away. I had another delivery. And I was like, oh boy. So I pass it along to my manager at that point, because that manager's actually taken customer complaints before. Who was mowing their lawn? And my manager comes back after that, and he was like, he was so unpleasant. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. But I was like, I don't have to deal with it. That's okay. I'm good. I'm good. But now I'm actually worried about when I have to take them. And I'm very sassy. I don't mean to be very sassy half the time. I mean, sometimes it's like, no, I'm going to sass you into the next dimension. But most of the time, I don't mean to be. So, when I am, it might cause a problem at work, and that is what I'm concerned about. And I am running out of time here, so I think I'm going to wrap this up. I got the story in that I wanted to, a little bit abbreviated, but whole for the most part. And be kind to customer service people, please. But wish me luck as I open as a manager. I will hopefully get another Speedpaint out really soon. I'm trying to do some animations as well, so you might actually see that. I wouldn't count on it anytime within the next month, but I'm trying. I am. I'm trying to decide between frame by frame and in-betweening and all that fun animation stuff. So hopefully you will see another Speedpaint from me real soon, because I'm going to try and do most of the Inktober and October, which is like ghost themed stuff I found on Tumblr, because I follow a lot of Danny Phantom blogs because I can. So hopefully you will see some of that in the near future. I hope all of y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna go to work now. Bye-bye!